So it's been a while since I've sat down and talked to you, so here I am, making a vlog. Today I'm going to talk about books, because why not? At the beginning of 2014, I made a list of all the new books that I wanted to read, and put it on my wall so that I could just check them off as I got them done. And as I've been reading books that I didn't put on the list initially, I've been adding them, so it's grown quite substantially. So I just decided that today I would share with you guys the top 3 books that I've read so far in 2014 that have been my favorite. So here we go. Number 3 on the list is Crazy Love by Frances Chan. I stayed away from this book for so long because it seemed to be one of those Christian fad books, you know, that everybody is raving about, and oh my goodness, you can't be a Christian unless you've read Crazy Love. After a while, Christian books kind of, they're really popular for a while and then they just kind of die out. But this one seemed to stay popular, so I just thought, well, maybe I should give it a go. And I saw it for $5 at a bookstore, so I just thought, why not? I'll just buy it and see what all the hype is about. Boy, Frances Chan hit the nail on the head with this one. I really, really loved it. Basically, it just talks about that if God loves us so much with this unfathomable, crazy love, then what excuse do we have for not giving him the same? There was one chapter especially that he talked about the contrast between a real Christian and what he calls a lukewarm Christian. But really he proves that there's no such thing as a lukewarm Christian. You're either a Christian or you're not. There's no other option. It really made me evaluate my whole relationship with God and how much effort I really put into it, and my motivation behind my relationship with God. Am I just doing all the Christian things so that I'll look like a good Christian, or am I doing it because I really truly love God, striving after him to have the same kind of crazy love that he has for me? Number 2 on the list, and I cannot believe I hadn't read this before this year, the complete collection of Sherlock Holmes by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. It's huge, look at it. I just kept thinking, I love the Sherlock Holmes movies and things like that. I was like, why have I not read the books yet, or the stories? And I thought that was quite scandalous. I read them all, and they were just so good. There were some of the stories that were pretty predictable, but then others I could not guess the ending. Some of my favorites were probably The Hound of the Baskervilles, super good. A Scandal in Bohemia. The Speckled Band was really good. The Empty House, and The Final Problem. They're really funny, and they're just very intriguing, and the characters, especially, Holmes and Watson are just 2 classic characters. Just further validated my love for all things Sherlock Holmes. Except I really think that I like Watson better. I don't know why. Watson and I think we would understand each other in real life. Okay, are you guys ready for my number 1, my top favorite book that I've read so far in 2014? The honor goes to Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier, I think is how you pronounce her name. This book, oh my, there are just no words for this book. It was one of those books I literally could not read fast enough. First of all, just the way it's written. It's gorgeous. This author, oh my word, I want to know, has she written any more? I want to read everything she's written. But the way she writes is just incredible. I mean, you see everything she's talking about. And just the way she describes human emotion and the narration is just impeccable. And then you get halfway through the book and it's just everything you ever thought about the book. It's just totally twisted upside down. Nothing happens like I expected it to happen. And, for the first half, there's just like this underlying sense of this is about to get really, really dark and mysterious. I have to give you a warning for this book because the ending will just kill you. I don't want to say too much or it'll just totally give it away. I finished it, I was sitting in my living room and my mom and my sister were in there, and I literally read the last page and just like chucked the book across the room and flopped on the floor and started wailing. I'm not making this up. My mom and sister were there. They will testify to this. Never in my life have I had such a book hangover. It just fried my feels and stomped on the ashes. But that just proves what an amazing book it was. But my advice to you on Rebecca is read it as soon as you can, but you will pay for it. Just as a quick disclaimer, I don't think Rebecca would be good for younger readers. It's definitely a older reader book. So there we go, my top 3 favorite books from 2014, Crazy Love, Sherlock Holmes, and Rebecca. I can't wait to see what books I'll be reading next and see if anything can top these. It took me a long time to want to read another book after I finished Rebecca. I mean, I was like, how could anything top that? But I finally did start reading another book because I can't go long without reading books. I mean, I'm just being honest here. I am reading Villette, I think that's how you pronounce it, Villette by Charlotte Bronte. Just started my lovely copy of David Copperfield by Charles Dickens, which I am very ashamed to say I have not read until now. Shh, we won't talk about that. And I have started War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy, which is not intimidating at all. But honestly, I couldn't finish this video without showing you guys what I found at a used bookstore for $3. And it does not matter at all that I already have a copy of this book. That does not factor in. I had to get it. It's a little tiny copy of Sense and Sensibility. How cute is that? It was just so perfect. I couldn't pass it up. I mean, it's red and it's soft and it has gold on the title and the pages are gold and it's illustrated and it's tiny. Seriously, this thing is like palm sized. I could just carry it in my pocket. I know this is probably making some of you really jealous, as it should. So anyway, I better wrap this video up because you get me talking about books. I could go on for hours. I'm sure I'll be talking to you guys again soon. So until then, just keep reading. Bye!